Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, coordinator for Girls Inc. at the YWCA of Nashville and Middle Tennessee, Allison Cantway.
Good evening, ladies. It's a little weak. Come on. Good evening, ladies. I know we're coming into the home stretch here, but stick with me to the end, all right? We're almost finished with our conversation about money. So to start out with, I wanted to start with a passage from a book that's really well known, was turned into a movie, Alice in Wonderland. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Alice says, "Could you tell me, please, which way I ought to go from here?" "That depends a good deal on where you want to get to," said the cat. "I don't much care where," said Alice. "Then it doesn't matter which way you go," said the cat. And I chose this, I like this, because it speaks to the importance of knowing where it is that you're going. You've got to know where you're heading, your destination, so that you can make plans to get there. So let's think about it like a trip. Let's say we want to go on a trip. What's the first thing you've got to figure out about a trip? You've got to figure out where you're going. Are you going to the beach? Are you going to the mountains? Are you going to Prince's to eat hot chicken? Where are you going? I know I'm not the only one that does that. Okay. You've got to know where it is that you're going. That's your first step. And then your second step is you're going to need to rely on a map, your phone, GPS, something that's going to help you, because if you're anything like me, I get lost in the hallway. You've got to have something guide you so that you don't get lost along the way. So I want you guys to think about that, because your financial future is very much like that. If you don't know where it is that you're headed, you cannot make a plan to get there. So let's think about where we're headed. I want you ladies to think about, where do you imagine that you will be in 1 year? What about in 2 years? Think about where you see yourself in 5 years. And I know that that might seem very far away, and you might think, oh, I don't need to worry about that right now, but you do. Now is the time to start thinking about that. And by the way, I'm not just talking to the girls in the audience, I'm talking to the adults too. It's never too late to set a goal for yourself. All right, so when we talk about setting goals, you want to make sure that your goals are specific. You know exactly what they are. They are measurable, so you know how much progress you've made. You want your goals to be realistic and time-related. You need to have a deadline on your goal. Okay, so let's think of a financial goal that we might have for ourselves. What if I really wanted to buy a brand new, beautiful prom dress? I know I'm too old to go to prom, but just indulge me on this. Say that I wanted to buy this beautiful dress. I picked it out, and it costs $150. Now, that's quite a bit of money. Now, I've got $75 that I got for my birthday, but that means I still am going to need $75 more. So, how am I going to get that? Because I need to get that money really in the next month. Will I babysit for my aunt? Usually once a week. She pays me $20. So in the next month, yeah, I should be able to earn the extra $75 to be able to pay for my beautiful dress. These are the types of financial goals that we're talking about. All right, ladies, so at your tables, you've got ink pens, you've got paper. I want you to write down one financial goal that you have for yourself. Just one. And table hosts, I want you to have the girls share that out with each other and say why they think that it is attainable. So work with your mentor, write down one goal for me. Okay, let's get to work, ladies. All right, ladies, thank you guys. I heard some really good stuff down there, some really good goals, people pushing to put some time limits on those goals. That's great. I heard a lot of different stuff. I heard some short-term goals. So one like that might be to, buy a birthday present. Maybe you want to buy me a birthday present. A medium-term goal would be like the prom dress that we talked about. But let's think about our long-term goals. What are your long-term goals? Maybe you want to go to college. I hope that you do. Maybe you want to start your own business when you're finished with college. Maybe you're super interested in what Miss Ashley was saying about earning $2 million and saving $100,000. Those are all long-term goals. and it'll take you a while to get there. So what action steps can you take to make sure that you reach those long-term goals? Well, for most of those long-term goals, you're going to need the support of an advanced education and a stable career. So we're going to look at a few careers, some common careers, to see how profitable they are. Okay, first career we're going to look at is a fashion model. I like this because I've heard so many girls tell me that they want to go into modeling. How much do you think, on average, that a fashion model makes in a year? On average. It's actually about $19,000. I heard some whistles out there. It's not a lot of money. Not at all. Which really surprises me because I think of modeling as being this very glamorous job where you make tons of money, but actually it's really competitive. There are a lot of girls that want to be a model, and it's not a lasting career choice. You can't do it for very many years. Now listen, I'm not here to tell you that you can't be a model. You absolutely can be a model if you want to be. I just want to let you know that these glamorous jobs that look really easy and you'll make tons of money, they don't usually lead to long-term financial stability. Okay, we're going to move on to a job that is not glamorous at all, a plumber. Total opposite. So how much money do you think that the average plumber makes in a year? Okay? The average plumber in 1 year makes $35,900. I know. So why would that be? Plumbers generally have to go through an apprenticeship. That could be 4 or 5 years in an apprenticeship in which you get on-the-job training and you get classroom instruction. It's a lot more than the fashion model. All right, the last job we're going to look at is a doctor. Everybody here has been to the doctor. How much money do you think the average doctor makes in 1 year? Okay. The average doctor makes $130,000 in 1 year. So that is way more than our fashion model, way more than our plumber. So why does the doctor make so much more money? She had to go to school, that's right. The doctor, you think she had to finish high school, she had to finish college, and she had to finish med school. Now, I know some of y'all are thinking, that's a ton of school, and it is. But it's a good long-term investment because when you're done, you're in a career that is stable, that is rewarding and fulfilling for you personally, and it's going to make you a pretty good amount of money. All right, ladies, the point here is no matter what, the more education that you get, the higher your potential earnings will be. That is just a fact. The more education you get, the higher your potential earnings will be. And you're in control of all of that. You're in control of whether you want to go to a university, a community college, a technical school. You make the choice. So now let's look at the average earnings of women over 25 based on their level of education. And as you can see very clearly, it's crystal clear. The more education that you complete, the higher your potential earnings will be. All right, ladies, it's just absolutely clear. And in fact, over the course of your entire career, somebody who finishes college is going to make $500,000 more than somebody who only finishes high school. And I know I want that extra $500,000. Ladies, what I want to tell you is that you can have a secure financial future. You absolutely can. All that you need to have a secure financial future is you need a good plan so that you know how to get where you're going. You need the tools to execute that plan well. You need the support of a good education to get you there. And you need the determination to make it all happen. Thank you, ladies.